Yo, John. Hey. Hey, you were 5'2", John. You were 5'2"? You know when an audience goes, yay. I'm K-word, yay.
Khanyi Mbau is the first African woman to be subject to a Comedy Central roast. The roast of Khanyi Mbau panelists include radio personality Sol Penduka, legendary actor Selo Make Ancube, hip-hop stars Nare Nakai and youngster CPT, comedy legends John Vlismas and Celeste Ntuli, radio host and businessman Thibaut Touch, popular investigative TV stalwart Devi Govender, and award-winning host Sel Beyonce Mkhize. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the roast.
Rumor has it Sel Beyonce can't use any shampoo because she's just head and shoulders. There's no neck!
I'm coming for you. I am coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you. I am coming.
She looks like a turtle that just retracted.
I am coming.
It's the last image when you see when someone's about to come.
Mpho Pops, host and roast master Mpho Pops kicked things off by roasting the panel with insulting but funny jokes, setting the tone for the roast. His roast of Sel Beyonce had me on the floor when he said she can't use any shampoo because she is just head and shoulders. Sel Beyonce was visibly annoyed as Mpho body shamed her. He went around through the panel and delivered hard-hitting jokes to all the panelists. He is a seasoned comedian and it clearly showed in this roast. He even raps at one point and roasts the panelists even more. He was outstanding in this roast, definitely a highlight for sure.
You're going there, Chief.
Khanyi,
Touch.
we've partied a lot, you and I.
Ish.
I've had the opportunity to hit it. I've had it many times. But Kanye's my sister. I'm a God-fearing man. Listen, I'd rather go through the valley of the shadow of death than to go through those thighs.
Thibaut Touch came up first amongst the panelists. The difference between him and Mpho was very evident as he delivered his jokes and roast. His jokes seemed to be written by someone else. He isn't a comedian, so I'll give him a pass. His roast was a decent attempt, and when he said he would rather walk through the valley of death before going through Kanye's thighs, that made me laugh. All in all, it was a decent roast from the radio host.
I'm sorry, I'm in host. Celeste and her front teeth took a gap here. And it looks like the teeth never came back.
It's the first I hear of Sel Beyonce, so I didn't really have an expectation of her roast. She went and roasted Celeste for a good minute. It even felt like it was personal, as if Celeste said something about her. The jokes felt mean-spirited and personal. Her suicidal jokes did make me cringe a bit. She was violent and even wished death upon Khanyi Mbau. Her roast was possibly the worst roast of the show.
Nadia told her story about how she went to Kenya, and then there was this rapper, female rapper, Nazizi, and she saw this rapper, and she was just inspired and started rapping. Yosafu Nazizi. One trip to Nairobi, now it's Kenya.
Sol is Sol, man. I enjoyed his roast. His energy was good and his puns were really good. When he roasted Nadia about going to Nairobi and just Kenya, that had me on the floor. And he threw out a few other good puns out there. I guess people were expecting more from Sol, but Sol delivered what I expected he would deliver. The only complaint I can give is to say his roast was shorter than I expected, but either way, it was a very decent roast and Sol didn't do as bad as he said he did.
I don't like where it's going tonight, this whole thing about skin lightening. That's not fair, okay? You try eat that much cum and see what happens. And I just want to say, it takes work, it does. So finally, I can say tonight, congratulations, we can call Khanyi the K-word. Karen.
I'm really not familiar with John and what he does. I heard during the show that he's a retired comedian. The way he roasted South Beyonce was really funny. He wasn't afraid to go after the trans woman. He roasted the panelists quite well. His rebuttal to when Youngster pointed at him and he said that he isn't afraid of colored people because he has made some before was a good rebuttal. He played around with skin color, being black and being white. It was genius how he used the K word, and the whole crowd went silent, and his punchline was Karen. All in all, I enjoyed his roast. It was a decent roast, and he ended up getting a standing ovation when he left.
By the way, Pops, I actually have 3 SA Hip Hop Awards, 2 Slicker on Life Awards, 2 Simon nominations under this belt of mine. All I need now is 1 round with Nadia Nakai to be in the major leagues.
Mr. CPT is not a comedian, but he is a good rapper and a good writer, and his jokes were well written and well delivered. He came through with that colored energy, speaking in Vernac and in Afrikaans. All in all, Youngster gave a good roast. He delivered his jokes very well, and I enjoyed his roast. His roast was one of the highlights of the show for me.
Look, I don't want to compare the caliber of my work, to the panelists, But I'm an early layman. Let's look at this. Lion King. All right, the wife. and then Othello. Aye.
Legendary actor Selo Make bragged about his career and some of the great work he has done and roasted everyone else by comparing his work and his achievements to the other panelists. His roast was decent and a different perspective from what most of the other panelists were joking about. He even received a standing ovation at some point during his roast. He spoke with confidence and seemed like he was having fun while doing the roast. He really roasted Mpo, actually not acknowledging Mpo as a celebrity. He was even acting at some point. I enjoyed Selo Make's roast. It was entertaining to watch.
But on the real, guys, I refuse to leave you and go back to the Middle East with all these people. You need a real celebrity. Someone like me, who will keep posting content that will make you weak. And I will keep coming back to put my foot on your necks. And what I'd like to say is, to all of you here, and the roast, you motherfucking welcome.
Khanyi Mbau isn't a comedian, so I wasn't expecting her to produce a good roast of the panel. She came through and roasted the panel like she was in the hood, at the corner store somewhere, and people are roasting each other. Her roast didn't seem all that fun and enjoyable, and it came across as mean-spirited, as if she was really trying to insult the other panelists. I understand why people would cringe at her roast, and also why some people will enjoy it. It was authentic to her, and I guess that's the main takeaway I got from her roast, that this is Khanyi Mbau. It wasn't the best roast of the night, and at some point I was cringing. For the sake of time, I didn't include all the panel members to try and keep the video short and concise. Most of the roast were decent to good. I enjoyed Mpo Pops as the host. He really carried the show and made me laugh from time to time. Youngster's roast was a highlight for me. He delivered. The low point to me were Khanyi and Selo Beyonce's roast, as a lot of their jokes didn't land for me. Other than that, most of the other panelists delivered decent to good roast. And overall, it was a fun viewing experience, something you can watch with friends and or family and enjoy it. I'd give the Comedy Central roast of Khanyi Mbau a 3 out of 5. That's it from me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below who else and what else you'd like me to cover. Other than that, I'm out.